friends, YouTube friends. I am out here, as you can see behind me, the Monterey High School football field, and I'm out here at right next door to Whitaker Park, and using my brand new Kodak ZI-8 digital camcorder. It's on 720 pixels and it's 60 frames per second. And I just wanted to go over a little lesson. By the way, I dedicate this particular video to all my Monterey Facebook friends. You guys are awesome, and just thought I'd shout that out to you. Had a student this week that was having a little trouble with lessons. On one of our lessons we was doing his rhythm, and his basic rhythm. And I've done one rhythm video before, and it was kind of like a mix of 3 different tempos and different rhythms you can use with each one. But today I'm going to go over some basic rhythms that you can use for bluegrass country or whatever playing you're trying to do. And first of all, we're going to go over one. It's a 3/4 time. It's in 3/4 waltz time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. And we're going to do this in the key of G, since it's the easiest to be there. And you can use this for songs like the one I did before, Troublesome Waters and Amazing Grace, and other songs that are in that time. It's going to be a downstroke first, and then kind of like a pause, and then an up, down, up. And you could either do just a strum, or you can do the little bass thing, the little hammer-on to the G. And every now and then you may hear that as I'm moving my hand. This is just for the benefit of staying in time, keeping the tempo with my wrist. And you may hear it, catch a couple strings, but the basic movement is down, pause, up, down, pause, up, down, up, down. And notice when I'm pausing now, my hand is still moving. If I was just to go, got the same kind of sound, but the thing is, it'll eventually get you out of your rhythm and your timing, your tempo, and you want to keep that going. With any kind of music, you want to keep it going to where you can not have to worry about slowing down, not have to worry about crashing, messing up. So if I sung a little bit of Troublesome Water with that, it sound like this. Troublesome water the idea. It's just a strum, down, strum, down, strum. And that one strum, that one right there, whenever you come to that part, that first strum, and then you go past the down, up, and then hit the strum again, that is where your chord is going to change. So, troublesome water, notice how it changes to C, the downstroke. Try not to be too stiff. Corners, C. It's kind of like you want to keep your wrist bouncing a little bit. As I'm pausing for that little emphasize the upstrokes because that's just too stiff. You want to act like as if when you're coming up, you're kind of catching strings as you're coming up. So you can hear the emphasis on the downstroke, and the upstrokes are kind of not noticeable. I mean, you notice they're there, but you don't notice they're there. I mean, it's not immediately noticeable. It's just like I'm catching strings when I come up. And the other two, there's 3 other basic ones I have, but I can only think of 2 right now. I don't have my sheet in front of me. The other 2 are 4/4 time, and they are very basic. We'll start out with a main bass note, and then an alternate bass note, okay? And it's going to be, let's see, I'll have to strum it for a minute and get into it. So it's bass, down, bass, down, up. So the first one's bass, down, up, and then the alternate bass, whichever one you want to use. Second bass, as you're plucking it, it's a downstroke. What you need to remember is as you're plucking it, you're already moving down. And the next part of that is another up, down, up. Bass, down, up, bass, up, down, up. Bass, down, up, bass, up, down. Bass, down, up, bass, up, down. And you can do that, and you can also add that little hammer on it. Okay, that's a little tougher. I'm going to slow it down just a tad. So it's bass, and then the alternate bass. Now on that first bass note, again, is when you're going to change the chord. Bass, and then you're going to pause. It's kind of like a bass and coming up, and then let my hand fall. Okay, that's that one. The next one is just like that, except we're going to leave out the alternate bass note and let there be a little bit of air in between. Let there be a little bit of a pause, a little bit of silence to kind of break up the monotony. So it's going to sound like this. Once again, on the main bass note is when the chord is going to change. It's 4/4 time. If I sped this up a little bit and did a song like I'll Fly Away. When this life is over, fly away. Add the other bass note. To God's celestial shore, I'll fly away. Okay? So once again, that's bass, down, up, and then we do what's called a skip strum. It's where you're just coming down, but you're hitting nothing but air. So instead of coming down and hitting that other bass, that would be the downstroke. Instead of hitting that bass, I would not hit anything. pauses here and there, so that you can get a little bit of a sense of an actual song being played. Once again, if we sped this up, and another thing is, since we're not having an alternate bass note, you would think that it would get monotonous playing that one bass note repeatedly. But the thing is, it's not that monotonous as if you were playing that bass note in place of the alternate bass note. So instead of playing this, it would sound like this. Now that's a little monotonous, but since we have a little bit of pause, ebb and flow, it breaks it up. Plus the little, the little nuances here and there. And then that breaks it up. And then also, you don't have to hit the bass note every time. You can just do a strum in place of that. So real quick, one last time, the first one. Okay, kind of get in the groove, get a little feel for it. The second one. Once again, that's bass, down, up, the alternate bass, up, down, up. Third one, same thing except for skipping that bass, that alternate one. And what you'll notice is, well, you may not notice until I point it out, but you've got two upstrokes in a row on that last one. Up, up, down, up, bass, down, up, down, bass, down, up, down, up. So you got two ups there because you're skipping that other downstroke that would keep you, alternate, down, up, down, up. Notice my arm is coming down anyway, so that I have to come back up, and that's where the other upstroke comes in. When I was leaning forward, that's to show where my arm is coming down and not hitting anything. Since it's already down, when you're coming back up, it doesn't hurt to catch a few strings. So there's you a few tips. Once again, here on location at the Monterey football field. And I'll exit with that, and can't wait to see how this camera performs. I'm not using the audio in this time. I don't have a external audio source that's coming straight through the camera, and so I can't wait to see what it sounds like. And stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll put some links in here that you can go to my website, and maybe a link to where you can access this fine camera. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. I'm stoked to do some more videos for you. Can't wait to do some electric guitar videos. I've got some new gear. I want to show it off. I want to show off my chops and play a little bit for you. And so I'm excited about that. So stay tuned for that, and I'll talk to you guys later. And I'll let the Monterey football field take it out. Thanks, guys. Please subscribe.